world is paying an increasingly heavy price for the devastating effects of climate change. In the last 5 decades alone, global economic losses due to weather, climate, and water-related disasters have soared to an eye-watering $4.3 trillion.
Between 1970 and 2021, global reported economic losses from weather, climate, and water hazards were a staggering $4.3 trillion. More than 2 million people died. Economic costs continue to soar, but the death toll is falling. Quite simply, we are better at saving lives than ever before.
The death toll, though falling, remains tragically high, with over 2 million people having lost their lives to these extreme events. As the planet continues to heat up, with 2024 marked as the hottest year on record, the financial toll of these disasters is only set to rise. The problem isn't just the scale of these losses, but the lack of adequate systems in place to mitigate them. Early warning systems, which are proven to reduce the economic and human cost of extreme weather, remain inaccessible to nearly half of the world's countries. While the technology exists, the disparity in access to life-saving forecasting and warning systems is leaving millions vulnerable to storms, floods, wildfires, and droughts that could otherwise be anticipated. We are more than just weather forecasters, said Celeste Solo, Secretary General of the World Meteorological Organization, which recently marked its 75th anniversary.
We are more than just weather forecasters. Scientific data, information, and services provided by the WMO community underpin decisions ranging from daily leisure activities to seasonal crop planting to long-term infrastructure investments. During the past 75 years, we have brought billions of dollars in added value to the global economy. We have saved billions more in averted economic losses from weather, climate, and water-related hazards. And we have saved hundreds of thousands of lives.
WMO makes the world safer, more secure, and prosperous. Yet, despite decades of advancements in forecasting, gaps remain. Countries with limited resources struggle to set up the infrastructure needed to protect their populations, which often face the brunt of the most severe consequences of climate change. In his message for WMO Day, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres highlighted the stark reality. It is disgraceful that in a digital age, lives and livelihoods are being lost because people have no access to effective early warning systems. The warning from Guterres couldn't be clearer. Early warning systems are not luxuries, they are necessities and crucial investments that offer nearly a tenfold return. The data is irrefutable. From satellite feeds to ocean buoys, billions of measurements are collected daily from across the globe. Yet, in many parts of the world, these critical insights into climate and weather patterns do not reach those who need them most. Gaps in observation networks and forecasting accuracy continue to undermine the ability of vulnerable communities to prepare for and respond to disasters. WMO's Early Warnings for All initiative seeks to address this crisis by ensuring that by 2027, every country, no matter how economically or technologically challenged, has access to effective early warning systems. As of 2024, 1 out of 8 countries report some capacity for multi-hazard early warning systems, more than double the number from 2015. However, this progress is not fast enough to prevent future calamities. The economic costs of inaction are simply too high. Between 1970 and 2021, climate-related disasters cost the global economy $4.3 trillion, a figure that continues to climb year after year. Without early warnings, this loss is compounded by the inability of countries to adapt or respond in time, resulting in more widespread destruction and human suffering. But for every dollar invested in early warning systems, the potential savings and lives saved are immense. WMO services are crucial for monitoring climate and weather changes and issuing warnings, but much of the world's population still lacks access to these vital resources. WMO's call to action on World Meteorological Day, though after the fact, remains urgent. urgent. We need high-level political support, increased technology sharing, greater collaboration between governments and businesses, and a major effort to scale up finance, said Guterres. He emphasized the importance of boosting the lending capacity of multilateral development banks to ensure that resources reach the nations most at risk. As the planet faces increasingly volatile climate conditions, the economic costs of inaction are mounting. Without the necessary investment in early warning systems, millions will continue to suffer, and the global economy will pay the price. The time to act is now. Climate change may be an overwhelming challenge, but with the right systems in place, we can mitigate the damage, save lives, and protect our collective future.